takes I saw on your Instagram. I thought it was funny, so I wanted to bring it up. You said you leave your phone at home when you work out.
I do. I leave my phone at home, and I leave my phone in the car when I work.
Oh yeah?
Like, I'll go to my parking lot, and I just, like, leave it in the car. And
Really?
yeah, probably gonna get robbed for saying this. So the critical thinking will go into the creatives, right? That's
Yeah.
where you should spend most of your time as an e-commerce brand owner. Really, you can sell crap products. Dude, I've sold paint. Something as simple as paint. You can even create the problem with your creatives,
Yeah.
and then create the solution, and then make the customer think they need that product.
Digital Social Hour. Welcome back, guys. I'm your host, Sean Kelly. Got an e-commerce legend in the building today, Jad Kantari. How's it going?
Man. Good. How are you?
Man, I'm good. I can't wait to see what you've been up to because e-commerce, a lot of people have been falling off, but you've been maintaining your ground.
Yeah, just stuck with it, man, and been going since then,
Yeah, so many people fell off. I mean, when we met 5 years ago, everyone was doing it.
A lot of people switched to crypto,
Yeah.
when the whole crypto wave was, going strong. And then a lot of people are switching back to e-com now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's working these days? Because obviously the model has changed a lot from when we first met. Dropshipping was hot back then. What's hot right now?
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of success with organic, especially on TikTok, and Reels on Instagram, given the two platforms are competing. Um, Facebook still crushes for
Yeah?
us. And yeah, same with TikTok ads.
Wow.
And we're working on Twitter ads now too.
Really?
So, yeah, that's been the new wave.
Okay. Even with the tracking issues with Facebook, it's still doing good for you guys?
Yeah, man. We were able to solve that. There's a lot of software now out there
okay.
that can just bypass that whole thing. So we're good to go.
You talking about Alex Becker's company?
Not necessarily. That's a good one. We use one called Popsicle.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the one I like to use.
What was your first big breakthrough in the e-commerce space where you made some good money?
Man, I started in March 2017. I remember I got my first sale June 2017. It was like $9.99. It's free plus offer. And then ended up doing my first six-figure month October 2017.
Damn.
120K on this like retro Nintendo.
Oh, the thing Soldier Boy sold?
It's very similar to that, yes. And then after that, man, I remember going to a mastermind in New York in January 2018. And then 2018, I started hitting like 500,000 months and then 1 million months, like, regularly.
Yeah, you were dominating, bro. You've done over 30 mil now, right?
Yeah, 30 million.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
a little bit more.
And what are the margins typically on that, the profit margins?
20%,
Okay.
around 20% after
Wow.
everything. Yeah.
And that's crazy. You're putting up those numbers with a lean team. Like, you don't have many employees.
Not everybody's remote,
Yeah.
all over the world. Not many salaried employees, even. Everybody's a contractor. So
There's not many industries you could do that in.
yeah, man, e-com is amazing in terms of startup cost and how efficient and how lenient it could be when you're traveling. You can work from anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
That's why I really like it. And it's very low barrier to entry.
When you look back at your most successful products or stores, how were you able to find that niche, that product to sell? Was it just scrolling on social media, or were you studying other sites?
Both. I was scrolling on Instagram and Facebook and seeing what's working already, and then I would take that and improve on it. Make it better, make the offer better, make the landing page better, the ads, anything I could improve, I would go ahead and do that. Add upsells on the back end.
Right.
Find cheaper product for sourcing, and then from that, just really work on the brand, improve the product itself. Anything that I could do. For example, I would go on Amazon and find bad reviews, negative reviews on the product, and see how I can improve the product.
Wow.
That's
crazy.
Just improve those parts and then sell it.
That's insane. Most people would not do that, man.
Yeah, and then another hack you can do is when you're doing that, you can go on Amazon, look at the negative reviews, and then address that in your landing page, because people are gonna always think, okay, but what if this? What if that? And then when you address that, you're ahead of the competition.
So smart. So what's your conversion rate right now on average?
Man, it depends on the store, depends on the AOV, but typically anywhere between 5 to we have stores that are doing 9%.
Dude, that's so high.
Yeah, it's low AOV though, around $35. But
still impressive. That means like 5 to 9 people on average out of every 100, right, are
Yeah.
buying.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
wonder what Amazon's is.
I have no idea actually, but I think Amazon's is probably high given you go with the intent of buying something
Right.
rather than just like get served an ad and you click on it and then you fall off.
Yeah,
So Amazon's and the trust factor is much higher on Amazon. So
that's true. You're not really browsing on Amazon. You're there with a purpose for the most part.
yeah, you just go, you click to buy it. You know, I need this. You
Yeah,
sign
and
it.
it's so easy, man. Like I'll be like, "Oh, I need toilet paper." Hop on my phone, buy it
So
in 2
easy.
clicks. Like it's
Yeah.
actually crazy how frictionless they made it.
Dude, that's another thing that people should always study when doing e-com. You know, you want to make your customer journey as frictionless as possible.
Yeah.
You know, the more friction, the less your conversion rate is going to be, and you want to minimize clicks. That's why I like to do one checkout pages or one page checkouts and so on. You know,
Mhm.
you don't want to really have the customer have to figure out how to check out. You want to just make it as easy as possible,
Yeah. Do you think
and that's what Amazon does.
for sure. Do you think dropshipping is still a viable business model in 2023, 24, or do you think it pretty much died out?
Absolutely, man. We still drop ship if you have the right setup. I mean, Apple drop ships.
Really?
All big companies. Yeah, Walmart does.
Wait, Apple
Wayfair.
does though?
Yeah. If you go and order a MacBook right now,
Yeah.
it'll ship from China.
No way.
I swear,
I get
it'll
it in
take
two
like
days
two to
though.
three. If they don't have stock here, it'll ship from
Oh, if
China.
they don't have stock. Okay.
Yeah, which is a lot of times. A lot of
Right.
times they just don't have iPhone stock,
That's
so it'll
crazy.
ship from China, and it'll take like 2, 3 weeks.
Wow. I just ordered a MacBook last week, but it was off Amazon, so I got it like 2 days.
Yeah, if it's like a new version, it's like a 2023 that just dropped, they'll drop ship it. But people still do that, you know, as long as you're upfront with your customer, as long as you provide good customer support, and as long as you know, have a good supply chain in place, you're not sending crap products,
Yeah.
dude, it's very viable, and we still do it till this day. And I don't start any brand without drop shipping in the beginning because I want to minimize risk. I don't want to have people. I don't want to have to invest X amount and then the product potentially dying and not
Right.
working out.
Because products cycle pretty quickly, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you can always extend the lifetime of a product, right? And that is through investing in good creatives, other platforms when
Mhm.
it comes to media buying and so on and so forth, right? It's really up to you how much you want to grow and how much, you know, and also you have to look at the LTV and if it's a product that people are going to come back and buy and
Right.
whatnot, right? And if you want to exit the brand or no, it really depends on your personal,
Yeah.
goals. But yeah, they do die if you don't take care of the product. I mean, if you don't grow
Yeah.
the brand the way you should, it's gonna die.
How important is the creative and copy, and how can people get better at those?
So creative is very, very important. It's really the number one thing. It's your pitch. It's the first thing people see. And I usually think that um, your creative is going to do 90% of the selling.
Wow.
So once the creative is amazing and you dialed that in, when customers land on your product page, unless there's something alarmingly off or the price or the offer is just not uh, in the right place,
Yeah.
um, you're gonna convert. They're gonna convert, right? You want to make sure that your creative is top notch, and then conversions will come easy.
Yeah.
In terms of copy is very important as well. Copy can make or break your funnel. So you want to make sure there's professional copy. But now there's Chat GBT
There's
that will pump
AI. Yeah.
out. Yeah, they'll pump out like very solid copy. So that's kind of taken care of. But most of the critical thinking will go into the creatives, right? That's
Yeah.
where you should spend most of your time as an e-commerce brand owner,
Mm.
and you should really focus on improving your creatives because again, that's the pitch. That's the first thing people see. That's where a lot of the convincing happens.
Yeah. I like that advice because people skip over that part. They just focus on the product.
Dude, yeah, I don't know why. It's the most important step.
Wow.
Really, you can sell crap products, dude. I've sold paint, something as simple as paint, with good creatives, just making it better, making
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
look better. You can even create the problem with your creatives,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then create the solution, and then make the customer think they need that product,
Mm.
right? Due to your creatives angle, and then sell it to them.
100%, dude. TikTok has shown me some great ads where I'll buy
Exactly.
stuff at 2 a.m.
Like, how often are you just sitting scrolling and you don't even you don't even know you needed something,
Yeah.
and then next thing you know, you're just buying this product because they really showcased an issue
Mhm.
that you're like, okay, this resonates with me,
Yeah,
so
dude.
I'm gonna buy this,
I bought
right? And you
some
just
weird
buy
stuff.
it.
I bought this one thing like that fix your back posture. It's like a
Exactly.
neck thing you lay on, and I
Yeah.
bought this. Have you seen that push up one?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
change the
Yeah,
yeah.
you
I
can
bought
just
that. Been using it every day. Honestly, good product.
yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of being able to market on social media,
Yeah,
you know. And back when we were getting started, you and I, it was just Facebook. Everybody was
yeah,
competing
yeah.
on Facebook. I mean, there's Snapchat and Pinterest, but it wasn't like today where
Nah.
TikTok and you know, there's Twitter now, there's Facebook, Google, YouTube.
Mhm.
Like, there's a plethora of platforms that you can really hop on, and everybody's on social media now, like
Yeah,
more than ever,
for sure.
right? So that's the right place to market and to sell your products.
What are the best creatives you've personally seen or done yourself, like ads wise?
So I had this teeth whitening brand called Pearl, and I remember we used to shoot our own content in house. So
Mhm.
we would bring models and we would splash them with red wine.
Mm.
Like it was at WeWork too. Like we would rent out like an office space, and we
Yeah.
just like have like tarp everywhere, and we would splash people with like orange juice, coffee, wine on their face, and
Mm.
then we would kind of like show the effect of the whitening pen.
Wow.
That was something that we did. You really want to go for very scroll stopping footage, right?
Yeah.
That's what you want to aim for, and that's always the approach when you want to launch new creatives and a new brand.
Yeah. So what were you doing before e-commerce? I know you grew up in Lebanon, right?
Yeah, so I grew up in Lebanon. I came here when I was 18 alone. My family was still in Lebanon.
Really?
Yeah, came here, lived in OC for a bit, for a year and a half, went to community college there, and then transferred to USC. And then I studied civil engineering.
Mm.
Graduated with a civil engineering degree, and then ended up working as a project engineer on the Omni Hotel downtown.
Oh yeah.
It's in LA,
Oh, okay.
downtown LA. Actually, the company I worked with, or I worked for, was based in Vegas,
Mm.
and they've built SLS. They've built a lot of the Win. They've built
Dang.
MGM. They're a huge company out
Yeah.
here. Yeah. And they were expanding onto LA, so I hopped on the team, and I was working with them for 3 years, and I was a project engineer on like a 60-story building down there.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
it was rough, man. It was a lot of work.
so going to college for engineering, would you say that was a good move or
Nah, if I could go back, I just wouldn't go to
really?
college. Yeah, because it's just a waste of time, man. Unless you're a doctor or a lawyer, or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
really wanna go into the medical field, or law, I don't really see the necessity of going to school.
Right.
Because I want to start my own business. I don't want to
Mm.
work for someone else. If you want to work for someone else, then you kind of have to go to college.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you want to be a business owner, then going to college is a waste of time in my.
And then you started making crazy money. So did your lifestyle change? Did you move your family out? Like what was that process like?
Yeah, man. I mean, I was able to help my family back in Lebanon, take care of them. I
Nice.
moved my family to Dubai, opened a bunch of companies there, gave them
Damn.
residency in Dubai, so now they live in Dubai.
That's sick.
Yeah, that's so I go a lot to Dubai and Lebanon, back and forth between LA, and yeah, man, it was a complete change. Like I came from Lebanon from a very class, mid to low class family. So
Mm.
I had food on the table, I had clothes on my back, but nothing more, right? Like I never had any extravagant, things or life that I had lived.
Yeah.
So it was insane to just make insane amount of money in such a short period of time and adjusting to that lifestyle.
Yeah. So what's it like over there? Is it safe?
So
Is it
it's safe, yeah. It's a third world country, but like there's beautiful areas just like
okay?
any other country,
Yeah.
and there's ghetto. So, but it's predominantly a poor country,
Got it.
but also there's a lot of beautiful spots. Definitely worth checking
Yeah, I
out.
gotta check it out one day.
Yeah.
So now that you've achieved this success, how much do you need to make per year to be comfortable? Because your bar probably is raised every year, right?
So man, every year I try to make more than the year before, but I try to aim for at least 1.5 million.
A year
Yeah,
profit
that's
or
profit, net profit.
right?
Yeah, at least just to maintain my
Damn.
lifestyle.
So your expenses are high, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn. So you're
Gotta
spending a
take care
mill
of
a
the
year just on.
family. I am. Yeah, just family. Just overhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn. Yeah, I'm probably spending. I don't even want to know. Actually, it's up there though. It goes up every year, man.
Oh, dude. Yeah. You just you take care of more people. Try to. I don't know. It's just
Traveling is like
traveling is another big
yeah,
expense,
probably
and
6 figures a year.
exactly, and especially when you're young, you want to do as much traveling as possible because
Yeah.
you want to get that out of your system. You want to meet people. You want to network because once you have a family, you can't really do
Yeah.
that. So that's something you want to keep in mind as well. So yeah, man, it's around there.
How have you balanced personal relationships with business? Was that a struggle for you at any point?
Yes and no. I think it really depends on the person that you're with, and kind of the expectations.
Yeah.
If they expect you to be there all the time and they don't want you to work, then you're gonna have some tension.
Right.
But if they're supportive and if they want you to succeed and you have the same vision and goal, then I don't think it's really an issue.
Yeah.
You just got to set expectations. You got to make sure they know what they're, what to expect and what your goals are and where
Mm.
you want to be. And for me, my goals come first. They come before anybody.
Mm.
Because if I'm not reaching my goals, I'm really not providing my significant other with the life they should have and
Mm.
I want them to have. So they're kind of standing in their own way in a sense,
Right.
right? So I want to provide them with the best life they'll ever be able to live, and I want to do that to myself. So it's really, we're a team, and I'm working for their benefit as well, right? So
Yeah.
they, as long as they understand that, and we can compromise, and I can spend time with them, and I'm giving them the time, my time,
Yeah.
then yeah, that should be good.
You're in LA, right?
I'm in LA.
I
Yeah,
heard dating out there is rough, bro.
it sucks, bro. It's not easy because everybody's, I don't know. It's a bit fake out there.
Yeah.
There's not many down to earth people. But if you run with the right people, you'll meet some good people. But it is difficult. Yeah, it's cloudy.
Because you're pretty low key on social media. A lot of girls out there probably care about like having a following and stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm low key. I don't know, man. It's just I just do my thing, stay in my lane, and then
Yeah.
they come.
One of the takes I saw on your Instagram, I thought it was funny, so I wanted to bring it up. You said you leave your phone at home when you work out.
I do. I leave my phone at home, and I leave my phone in the car when I work.
Oh yeah?
Like I'll go to my parking lot and I just like leave it in the car and
Really?
yeah, I'm probably gonna get robbed for saying this.
If you're watching this, guys.
My car and phone are gonna be gone soon.
Wait,
But yeah,
why do you do that?
because I don't want to get distracted, and I tend to get distracted with my phone because, dude, it's always going off, whether it's
Yeah.
working or not.
So you
And
go
even-
8 hours without your phone?
Yeah, just I mean, I'll take a break during lunch to just go
Okay.
check in, just to make sure
Go to your
nothing's-
car and check in?
Yeah, just to check in. But I try to because I tried leaving my phone in a different room, but I tend to always go
You
check.
just-
Yeah,
Oh, so you make it hard to get.
I make it very hard
Right.
to get to my phone during work hours because then I won't be able to focus.
Wow, I like that. But what if someone calls you?
I mean, my team can reach me on Slack. People can reach me also on Discord. So I really want to just talk to my team during
feel
work
that.
hours. Again, that's why I go during lunch and I check on, just in case
Yeah, someone
just
called.
emergencies or anything
Yeah.
like that. But aside from that, same with working out. Like I can't go to the gym with my phone, man. Like I just get distracted. I just
I'd be so bored without it.
you
dude.
would. I mean, as long as you have music, you can blast.
Oh,
which
so how do you
can
have music?
through just an iPad, like an iPod, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, or like
Okay,
a
so you
phone that
bring
is
a
not
mu-
connected to
Right.
doesn't have a yeah
So you bring a music device.
yeah.
Okay.
Or typically I take my other phone that isn't really connected to anything.
Got it.
Just don't connect it to
That
the
makes
service.
sense. Was there any difficult decisions, pivotal moments that stand out to you along your journey that you had to make?
Man, I think the most difficult one was really leaving my family back home and in the back of my mind thinking that I'm gonna miss out on a lot of memories with them
Right.
because I spent 10 years without seeing my family.
You
Yeah,
serious?
I couldn't go back home because my mom accidentally washed my passport when she was visiting me once.
Whoa.
Yeah, I went to the club in LA, came back, left my passport in my pants. She washed them, so my visa got destroyed.
Holy.
So for me to get a new visa, I had to exit the U.S., which was I was sketched out about that because I just didn't know if they would give it to me.
Right.
Like what if they were like, never mind, you're rejected for X, and they don't even need to tell you why. So yeah, and my mom couldn't come to the States, so we couldn't see each other for 10 years.
10 years,
10
bro?
years, bro. Yeah, spent
That
10
is
years. It's crazy. I
crazy.
left. My brothers were like 12, 13, came back. They were like grown ass men, bro. Like
Yeah.
6'2", 6'1" men. Like, just crazy.
Holy.
So yeah, it was crazy. But that was one thing. The other thing was really quitting my job. I think it was like a daunting step.
Right. But you were making money already.
I was
right?
making more money than the executive at the project. Like it was crazy. But still, you have this. You're kind of trained to believe that a 9 to 5 is much more stable than being on your own, which is not true at all. Because
Right.
you're really putting your fate in someone else's hands.
Yeah.
And they can show up to work one day and tell you you're fired, no reason. You're gone.
Right.
And I'd rather just be in control of my own life rather than having someone else dictate when I can show up to work or not. That was something hard to kind of take the leap. But once I did it and I just saw how not, scary it is and how stable it was for me, dude, it was good.
That's a good point, man. I like what you said about the stability because people assume 9 to 5s are stable, but they're really not.
They're not, man, and you're just replaceable.
Yeah.
You're like a light bulb. You're very replaceable, man. Like anytime you just don't make sense financially to these people, they will fire you.
Yeah.
Like no questions asked. They just it's business.
Mhm.
Like and you can't really tell them like anything.
Yeah.
They'll just fire you, and you're on your own, right? So for me, I want to be in control of my own life. I want to dictate when I take my time off. I want to dictate when I go to lunch, when I go to the doctor. And I don't want to have anybody telling me what to do or whatever. So, yeah, man, that's just I don't know. It's something that's been put in our head,
Mhm.
through society by society, and it's like, oh, get a job, it's stable,
Yeah.
but it's really not.
No, it's really not, man. When you have kids, are you gonna send them to public school?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far. Yes and no. I don't wanna spoil my kids too much. I mean, I would spoil the girls, but the boys, I want them to be,
Yeah.
like warriors. So it'll depend on, if it's a girl or a boy.
It's scary, man.
It is, and I don't know if I wanna do that. I might wanna homeschool my kids.
Yeah,
I
for
was
real.
thinking I've been thinking about homeschooling my kids more and more recently,
Same.
especially with, like, where we're headed in the world and the things that I want my kids to learn and
Yeah.
not. And I kind of want to teach them life my way.
Mm.
I feel like when you go to school, you're taught life by someone else's, rules.
Yeah.
And I think rules in society are just made up,
Yeah, it's all
right? Like once you start working for yourself and you just live life on your own terms, you realize that everything around us is just made up rules by people who just don't know what they're doing, right?
Yeah,
And it's like I want to make up my own rules.
for
Like I want to
sure.
live by my own rules. So
Yeah, man, it's scary. I mean, I just saw this clip. I think Gary Vee was talking about it. He's scared about his kids because part of our edge is the environment we grew up in.
exactly.
And a lot of successful people don't come from money.
Yep.
So it's something to
It's
think about.
it's it's something that you have to think about when you have money and how you want to position your kids through that, because I don't want to make my kids not struggle,
Mhm.
because if you notice, everybody, like every billionaire or everyone who's really made it in life has come from very difficult
Right.
beginnings, right? And I want to give my kids a good life, but at the same time, I want to teach them hardship, and I want to make sure they appreciate
Mm.
what they have, right? Like
Yeah.
that's very important. Gratitude is what got me here,
Mm.
right? One thing I noticed amongst Americans is life is so easy here, man, compared to other places,
Mm.
and they take things for granted, and that is an edge that I had over everyone else coming to the States, just by you being a citizen and having the opportunity to be in the US, just to be here present on the soil,
Mhm.
is such a blessing for you that most people just don't realize it.
Right.
But me having to go through 10 years just to get my green card, just to eventually become a citizen, not being able to see my family, coming from a place where you can't even get payment processors to run your own business.
Damn.
Yeah, in Lebanon. Um, you just realize how blessed you are just to be in the States.
Yeah.
So that's something that I try to instill in people and really show. And that's what I want to instill in my kids.
Yeah. People have no idea, like other countries. I mean, this has got to be one of the best ones to live in.
Man, when you realize, and that's something funny enough, like Elon Musk, he grew up in Canada and then
Yeah.
he came to the US, and he even said like America is where all dreams come true.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. It's true. The opportunity here, it's the land of opportunity, as cliche as that is.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere in the world where you can make things happen more than the US.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful and blessed and grateful to be able to realize that at an early age by living elsewhere and coming here. And again, like I said, I want to be able to instill that in my kids and make sure they're aware of that,
Mhm.
because that's gonna get them way farther in life.
It's crazy, man. They're doing studies on gratitude and how it actually leads to more opportunities now.
Dude, gratitude is the number one driving factor for me
Yeah.
with my success. The second I lose sense of gratitude, whether it's because I made a lot of money or whatever it is that I'm going through, I notice that I'm starting to slow down.
Mm.
And as soon as I, kind of get knocked down and I feel grateful again for the things that I have, I'm back doing 10 times better than before. So
Yeah.
gratitude and being grateful is something that you want to always keep at the forefront of your like mind,
Yeah.
and it's a daily practice for me.
For sure. Every day when I wake up, I write down 5 things I'm grateful for.
Yeah,
I've done
man.
that for 2 years.
Yeah, and you should do it however way like speaks to you, right? Whether
Yeah.
it's like going on the balcony and looking out into your beautiful like view or whatever it is, taking a morning walk or just appreciating what God has given you. Dude, it'll really get you far in life. And I've noticed the people that aren't grateful in life, dude, it always catches up to them, and they just are miserable. They're just like very miserable people.
Yeah, because we have rich friends that are, let's be honest, they're not
Yeah,
happy.
they're not happy, man, and they don't have this peace of mind. You can be rich, you can be, super balling, have every car and mansion, but if you don't have this peace of mind and this gratitude just within you,
Mhm.
man, you're struggling. You're struggling.
Yeah, no, it's the trade-off I had to find in myself the past few years. Because there's been points where I've had money where I could retire, but I wouldn't be entirely happy.
Yeah.
You know what I
The
mean?
the whole point is really to do what you want and be happy doing it and just be at ease.
Yeah,
Like you want to be able to travel and just like enjoy it to the fullest and
exactly.
be grateful for it, right? And if you always have things on your mind and you're worried and you're just chasing stuff and you're not taking a moment to just take things in and what
Mhm.
God has given you, then you're never going to be happy. You're just not, and
Yeah.
I've been through this, and that's why I'm saying this, because that has been something that I finally was able to realize over the past couple of years myself,
Yeah.
and it really helped me, progress so much faster.
Yeah, no, I love that because right now I'm at the point where I'm making a little less than prior years, but I'm happier.
Yeah,
So I gave up making more, but I'm so much happier and healthier in life.
I can see that, man. I've seen you like just do your thing and not really do what other people are doing.
Mhm.
Um, dude, look at you, man. Like you have your own studio. That's crazy. Like,
No, for real. I could have launched a course and made millions. I could have done all this
yeah,
stuff, but I
like
think I'm at a good point.
this is wild, bro. Like you're in the win, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
big
crazy how
ups
it's all,
for
man.
that. Like I remember when we were running your Jersey
Jersey
store.
champs. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Those are the
it was
days.
crazy, bro. And then
Yeah.
now you're hosting like successful people, ultra successful people on
Yeah.
your show. So man, that's
Man, you
crazy.
too, man. You were at like 5 mil back then. Now you're at over 30.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah. Just again, man, it's the gratitude is it's never giving up. It's continuously just staying hungry. Never getting cocky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that again. A lot of people just get cocky. They it's the ego, right? The ego
Yeah.
just gets so big where they think they know it all. I'm the type of person that always wants to learn from everybody,
Yeah.
whether a beginner or an expert. And I'm still paying for mentors, and I'm always going to masterminds, and I just want to grow and meet more people and network and grow more businesses and chase more opportunity. I mean, that's what life is about, right? Like,
Mhm.
I think we're here to build a legacy. Like, the only way to escape death is through legacy.
Mm.
The only way to escape death is if you leave a legacy, right? And
Right.
that's what we're here for. We're here for, just building something that will transcend onto generations and generations where people will remember us and remember what we left behind.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do. I want to leave a legacy where I will be remembered.
Nice. Do you fear death?
I don't. I went through a phase where I kind of did
Yeah.
for a bit, very short period. But that's when your faith in God is not strong.
Right.
When your faith in God is strong, you don't really fear anything,
Mm.
because it's like, the other day my uncle gave me this example, and he was saying that imagine you're in Russia, right?
Mm.
And you're one of Putin's like main men. Like you can do whatever you want. You can do anything because you're like Putin got my back.
Yeah.
But imagine someone's much more powerful than Putin. Like God got your back, right? That's you can do anything in the world, and nobody's gonna stand in your way.
For
So
sure.
that's how I think about it, and I don't really fear death because I think everything is in God's hands, and I'm here to, like I said, help people, leave a positive impact, leave a legacy, continue to build my empire, and just leave the world a better place than I
Love it,
came
man.
into.
Love that. What's next for you and where can people find you?
I'm building a SaaS right now. It's an ad spy tool that's going to have both Facebook and Instagram and TikTok ads. I want to build a lot more SaaS in the e-com space. I really want to focus on the e-com space because that's my bread and butter. More brands, of course. I'm also growing my personal brand on YouTube. I'm going to start dropping a lot of YouTube content.
Nice.
Just lifestyle value, a lot of that. Kind of like Alex Hormozy with my own swag in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, people can find me on Instagram at Jad Kantari, YouTube as well at Jad Kantari.
Nice. You got a Discord too, right?
I got a Discord too. Yeah, has 700 members in it. We drop gems in there all the time. I also have a mentorship, a one-on-one mentorship,
Nice.
where we help people start their online e-commerce businesses and scale. We have, students making 1.2 million a month, 500,000 a month, so on. So yeah,
It's crazy, man. Yeah. Dropshipping changed my life. That's how I got started.
bro, I love e-com, man. It's I still get that feeling of just fire under my butt when I wake up in the morning and I want to like scale a brand or make a new brand and scale it, sell it. It's just I will never lose that passion for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really my passion.
It's an
I love
exciting
it.
space, man.
Very exciting.
Waking up to money. I mean,
Dude, waking up to like a dashboard that says you just made 10 grand.
yeah, while you slept.
While you slept, like what's better than that?
Yeah.
There's nothing better than that, man.
It's hard to find that.
Yeah, it's that like exciting feeling that you get, like that rush of endorphins that you get in the morning when you're just like refreshing your dashboard. It's like 10K, 11K, 12K. Dude, and you're just sitting there like just making so much money. You're going out partying, you're traveling, you're making money. It's I don't know like what's a better deal than that.
Yeah,
right?
you could work wherever you want, man.
Yeah, and again, like I said, man, the barrier to entry is so little because if you wanted to go open up a chain, for example, like Subway or Jack in the Box or whatever, you're really looking at a 250K investment and you're not really making anything back for the first 6 months to a year.
Right.
And you don't even know if you're gonna be profitable. That's how crazy it is to actually go open up like a restaurant or whatever. So the barrier to entry with e-com is so small that it just doesn't, especially now with organic, like it just doesn't make sense not to do it.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on, man.
Dude, thank you for having me, man. I'm so proud of you, bro. Like, it's a pleasure.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.
Later, guys.